JamiThatsMe here. Let's go ahead and talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay, so you know they at the cabin or whatever. When they got to the cabin, they had some rooms or whatnot, and Mel decided Martell can't sleep with her. Okay, you can go across the hall, Martell, and you can sleep over in the bunk bed because you're not sleeping in here. How do we do at home, Martell? How do we do at home? Okay, so it's not going to change now that we're in the cabin. So you can go ahead and go across the hall, Martell, okay? So he doesn't like it that he going to be on this wonderful trip. Everybody get to be cuddle butter with they people, and he got to sleep in a twin bed over there in a whole nother room. So he not too much happy about that, right? So meanwhile, you have Kimmy and Monster. So Kimmy gets up in the morning, she kicking back, she chilling. And not Kimmy and Monster, but Kimmy and Maurice. So he steps outside with her to have the conversation pretty much about what his plan is as far as getting his son. And his bright, amazing idea is that he's had a conversation with, I forgot what the hell his ex-wife name was, but he had a conversation with the ex-wife and wants her to move down here along with her husband so that he can have the child closer to him or whatever. And Kimmy is like, you want to run that? Nah, nigga. Nah, bitch. Run that again. You said what? And how long did it take her to say? I bet you it took her like 0.5 seconds. He's like, no, yes it did. How the hell you gonna come up with a decision without even consulting me? And he's just like, well, you know, I want to get my son. This is the only best solution that I could come up with. And his plan is to move them down here. Not only move them down here, but have them in a home that he purchased where he's pretty much going to take care of everything. And I feel like that's a big commitment. And I'm with Kimmy on that. Like, I kind of feel like he shouldn't do that. But in addition to that, how the fuck you gonna have me as your whole wife and not have this conversation with me about how we finna move? You know? And I feel a way that she was not included in that and he moved on his own with that situation. That was whack as hell. So she kind of got frustrated a bit. She was like, thank you for your services. Basically, thank you for coming out here and having a sit down with me, but you can go and take your ass back in the house. He's like, I think that's my cue to go. It's been your motherfucking cue to go, okay? It's been time for you to go. The moment you sat down here and gave me that bullshit, okay, you gonna wait till we get to a damn cabin. You want to give me some information. When we had this whole damn ride, damn near a 2 to 4 hour ride from Huntsville all the way up here to these damn cabins, and you could have told me what the tea was, but you gonna wait till we get here because you thought some shit was gonna change. You must not know a black woman very well, okay? Because I'm pissed the fuck off, and I may hide it, but I'm gonna get in that ass later. Don't get it twisted. You had all this time to tell me. You want to tell me now. If that ain't some whole shit, I don't know what it is. But I tell you one thing. I was with her when she said, why does your ex-wife feel comfortable enough to approach him about her? That bitch should never feel comfortable to have a conversation with you about me or about her and she's not included. Like, excuse me? You got me fucked up, you know? So I didn't like that. She was upset. She sat outside for a minute. Once he went in the house, she kind of teared up. I felt really bad for her. I know that shit is stressful. Just heart goes out to her. So she goes inside. He tries to console her. He doesn't want her feeling the way that she feels. And I'm just like, well, nigga, you should have thought about that shit. You knew she wasn't going to like the decision that you made. You already knew that. Then you want to sit up here and say, you don't like her feeling that way, whoop-de-whoop, X, Y, Z, and all this shit. But that's the only thing he could come up with. Child, okay, move away from us with this, Maurice. Move away from us with this right now, okay? Martell, meanwhile, he's sitting upstairs in the bunk bed because he need to call the therapist because he pressed, okay? Because he ain't finna get no ass over the break or whatever, and he really in his feelings. So he calls the therapist. They sit down and have a conversation. He's like, listen, I'm in a bunk bed, okay? My wife don't want me over there. I don't know what to do. She got me in the room by myself over there at the house. I mean, what can I do to get back in the bed? And the man was like, well, I could give you a whole bunch of shit that you can do to get back in the bed, but that ain't the thing. Okay, you need to fix you. That's what you need to fix you. And furthermore, I need to talk to Melanie so I can see what's going on over here and over there and get to the root of the issue so that I can help you, brother. Okay? You got to think beyond the bed. That's why you in this motherfucking problem right now. Okay? That's why you in this very situation because you're too busy thinking about the bed and you need to get in your head and think about something else. Okay? I'm just trying to help you. I'm the therapist. That's just what I do. Okay? So I need to have a conversation with her and see what she's willing to do and see what you're willing to do so that y'all can will and do it together. Okay? Now come at me next week with some bullshit. I'll send you the invoice. All right. The fuck. Now, the night before, everybody was sitting around at the table, and I believe Martell and Marceau probably exchanged some apologies or whatnot, but Tisha still feel like, no, I want a specific apology. That's just what I want. I want him to specifically apologize for the accusations that he made on whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, you know? And the new couples arrived. When the new couples arrived, that's when she had went and got the gifts or whatever. Don't know these people's name, but it's some new couples. She went and got them some sex toy gifts. In the midst of everybody, you know, watching them with the sex toy gifts, you got Mel over here telling Martell she not feeling that well, her stomach hurting or whatever, so she goes upstairs and she lays down. So while she's laying down, Martell decides he's gonna go upstairs and check on her, right? So he goes up there, check on her, see how she doing. She sits up, have a conversation with him to pretty much let him know, listen, I think I'm pregnant, and that's just what it is. He was like, you serious? Nigga, yeah. Okay, well, how do you know? Well, then I done had 3 of your children, so I'm pretty sure that I'm aware on the 4th go round of how my body finna feel. Okay, I think I got it at this point. All right, so he's kind of happy about it because he feels like it's gonna bring the family together. And she's like, really, Martell? Really, Martell? Do you really think a baby is going to bring us closer together? Does a baby all of a sudden make a man feel like he will be faithful to his wife? Hell no. Okay, so I just like how she talked to him like he dumb as hell sometimes, because some of the shit he says is dumb as hell. But okay, I mean, that's cute that you got high hopes, but I really think he probably was like, oh shit, I really got her now. I know she had them 3, but she ain't gonna want to go through this by herself. Maybe it's a way for me to swindle my way on up in there and get up in there. But girl, clearly she wasn't ever going nowhere to begin with. But okay then, girl. So they had that conversation and they decided that he didn't want her to tell her mom. She said, okay, I'm with that. They want to go find out some true information with the doctor together before they expose it to anyone else. So they decided to just keep it amongst themselves while they're on this trip, and furthermore, till they go to the doctor. Shortly after that, Kimmy comes inside. She sits down with Mel, checking on Mel, making sure Mel good. Mel like, girl, I don't know. Like, I'm just not feeling good. She was like, girl, maybe was it something you ate? She was like, girl, I don't know. I don't know what the hell it was, but I'm just not feeling good. But what you want? Why you in my room? Because I was chilling. What you want? And she exposed to her, Kimmy ended up telling Mel about what Maurice's plan is to get his son. And immediately, I'm Mel thinking like everybody else, like, well, did he consult you about this? Bitch, he didn't consult me about a damn thing. Oh, hell no, bitch, that's not cool. He could have at least came to you and asked you about some stuff and had a consultation with you, because this is not just going to affect his life, it's going to affect y'all life, and that shit ain't cool or whatever. So she just kind of like encouraged her and told her, you're an amazing person, continue to be a great person, all this other great stuff, and I promise you everything's gonna work out. So they hug it out, share germs and all of that, and that was cute. Maurice is downstairs and decided to tell the brothers what his whole plan is. Like, yeah, y'all know I'm trying to get my son right. Well, here's the theory that I came up with, and it's top notch, okay? So listen to me. I decided that I'm gonna move my ex-wife, her new husband, and my child down to Huntsville. They're like, well, nigga, why you just can't move up there? Well, because it's more opportunities for me here. Okay, in Huntsville, it's more opportunities here. I don't want to go up there. I want to stay here. So I'm just going to bring them here. Everybody else like, you dumb as hell. Like, why would you create that situation? You already know that your ex-wife ain't that fond of Kimmy. Like, why are you creating additional problems that don't have to be for yourself? And he feels like he don't know what else to do. And Martell, dumbass, is just like, well, I'm here for him, you know? So, I mean, I would do the same damn thing if it was my son. Shut the hell up, Martell. We don't even want you. Just we don't even want you to talk. Just stand right there and shut the hell up. Okay? But we just gonna see how that's gonna go. Because the next episode, the ex-wife and the new wife gonna sit down and have a conversation. I'm sure it's probably gonna go just fine. But I just can't move nobody down from another state to pay for hell no. And I think one of the guys was like, well, shit, I would do all I can to just get full custody of my child. I'm like, ding, 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 if it's that goddamn serious. And it's unfair to Maurice that she sat up here and she made this plan of, well, when he gets this age, I'm going to give the child to you and you can raise him up or whatever. And then now she's trying to renege on that. But as a mom, I completely understand, because I probably would throw a fit my goddamn self if my child had to go and live with his dad. Because I may be like, damn that. Damn all that. So I mean, I see it both ways. But okay, good luck. So the ladies are all in the hot tubs. Kimmy, Tisha, and 2 new young ladies bring up the conversation with Mel again, because obviously there's something that's really bothering Tish. And Tish just tells them about the conversation that took place the other day and how she kind of threw up in Mel's face about the BMW and all this other stuff. And girl, I guess she just don't want nothing else to do with her. But the other ladies are trying to let her know, like, they don't think that Mel was being malicious. She just going through her own problems. Sometimes people go through stuff. You know, they may not react or respond how you may want them to because they dealing with their own bullshit. So Tisha kind of gets emotional and she kind of cries and she don't really want to deal with it. But she'll see. She going to try and give it another opportunity to talk to Mel and see what's what. So later on that day, you got the guys and the girls, they up there cooking. In the midst of that, Tisha walks up to Mel, asks if she can have a conversation with her, so they both step outside and have this conversation, right? And Tisha tells Mel that I don't want anything negative between us. Like, I really don't. I don't want us like mudslinging and doing all of that stuff and bringing up husbands and, you know, a lot of stuff. And really, I just feel like Martell said some stuff the other night. And he apologized, but he didn't apologize specifically for some things that he said. And I just feel a way about that. And that's a problem for me. And Melanie is just like, well, girl, number one, he's not going to apologize. That's one thing I will say. I definitely know Martell. He's not going to apologize. Number two, I ain't say shit too much about y'all. You know what I'm saying? You brought that drama up about us. Or you brought up husbands, girl. I didn't bring that shit up. That's what you brought up. But since you weren't ready for the facts, I said I'll just keep the facts with me. And I think you may need you a Mel with mimosa type thing. Mimosas with Mel. I think that's what you probably gonna need. Because, girl, I mean, I don't really know what else to tell you. But, I mean, that's on you. My man's not going to apologize. I never brought your people into it. You brought it up, and I just decided that I was going to kind of finish the conversation, and that's what it is. So then Tisha gets upset, and she's just like, my husband has never, ever cheated on me. He's never cheated on me. And Mel's like, you don't know that, so you can't be so clear to say he's never done it. You can say from your understanding, from your knowledge, he's never done that to me. But you can't just sit up here and just be so sure that he hasn't. Well, in Tish's situation, it's kind of like she can be sure because that's her experience. That's how she's experienced it. But I completely understand Mel. Knowing how these men are, these niggas there are some really great men out here, but there are also some niggas that's just trash, okay? And Mel is going off of the perspective of what Martell has told her and what she's witnessed as far as his actions over time since they've been hanging with them. So she's like, girl, if I don't walk around like your sheet don't stink and like your husband won't cheat on you, sis, okay? But what you need to be saying is, from my understanding, I am not aware of my man. I will hope he's not doing that. That's not what I know. And that's something I've said in the past, like, well, yeah, I don't think he is. I'm not, from my understanding, I feel secure in what we got going on and this and that, but bitch, you just never goddamn know, okay? Because these niggas will play the shit out your ass, girl, right up under your nose. And Tisha, you're a perfect candidate for that, sis. You are a perfect candidate for that, all right? But I believe Mel. I believe that Marceau has done some shit. That's why he wanted to strongly defend himself when he had the opportunity to defend himself. So, I mean, girl, good luck. We're going to be finding out about your shit next week. Or not next week, probably next season. But I'm sure your shit going to pop out too, girl. So, of course, they just bickering back and forth outside, having conversations, just going at it. And Mel is just like, Tisha, girl, I'm not going to continue to sit down here and have you talk to me like the way that you talk to me. I got other stuff to worry about, girl. What you don't know is that I'm pregnant. I got a cheating ass husband. And I'm stressed out, okay? All right, I'm not finna sit out here with you, girl. I'm finna go on inside. You need to go and come inside too. Make sure Marceau ain't burning y'all shit. I'm just trying to help you out, girl. Okay. So, they go inside. As soon as they go inside, one of the wives is like, y'all okay? Man, like, yeah, girl, we good. We good. We good. Well, y'all ain't come in like y'all good, girl. I'm fine. I'm okay. So, Tisha goes over to Marceau, talk about how she want to leave. They step outside. She starts crying or whatever, getting emotional. And then, he tries to let her know, like, you're stronger than this. Don't run. Basically, get through this or whatever. So, I don't know what this shit was about. I don't really care what it was about. So they go and They go and sit down, dinner, whatever. So they start asking questions. Like one of the questions was, what are some of the benefits of marriage or something like that? And the guy said, marrying your best friend. And then Tisha, they start joking on Maurice and Kimmy, asking how long they've been together or been married. And I think it was like 9 months, 8 months, somewhere in there. And then Tisha hops up and say, we've been married for 13 years. All happy and stuff. You could tell Mel irritated, like, girl, we didn't even ask you. Since we didn't even ask you, no one was even speaking to you. But here you go. Here you go, trying to throw your relationship up in people's face. And when we throw the side cheeks up in your face, we don't want to hear nothing that you have to say, girl. We don't want to hear it. I want you to move how you've been moving, okay? So Tisha started asking some question that was so irrelevant. She was like, you guys ever feel like when you're laying on your husband's chest or on your wife, you're like, oh, I love him so much. And I'm like, Tisha, where the fuck are we going? Where is this going? Nowhere, okay? So they glazed over that. Mel was like, listen, fuck the dumb shit, okay? I have a question. Forget all that, okay? I have a question, honey. And my question is this. Do you believe that it's possible for men to be faithful? Like, can they or can they not be faithful? And Maurice was like, yeah, I think it's possible. You know, it's a struggle for some, but it's possible. And then Martell says, yeah, people been doing it all this time, you know, and been faithful all this time. And then Tisha, not Tisha, but Mel goes on to say something like, well, you know, I had a conversation with the woman and she was talking as though, you know, her husband has never cheated and would never cheat on her or this, that, and the other. And I'm just like, well, you just never know, girl. You never know. So don't sit on your high horse, you know, too much, because you just never know what's going on out in these streets. And so Tisha raised her hand and was just like, girl, I said that I'm the one that said it. I've never experienced that, like, on my end. Like, I don't know anything about that life. Because I've never experienced that. So Mel takes it upon herself to just look around, girl. And when she looked around around to the back, I was screaming because the shit was that hilarious. I was so damn tickled. I was so tickled. I was just tickled because I understand, girl. Like, you may not have experienced that life, you may not know anything about it, but that does not mean that you are not one of the individuals being played, you know. But once again, that's her experience. That's how she feels. She don't go searching, she don't go looking. Whatever's on the surface, that's what it is for her. Because she doesn't want anything to come in and disrupt her home, and what wife does, you know. So even when she has inklings of some whole shit, she ignores it. She ignores it and she just goes with the flow. Cause she got no children and she gotta maintain her family and do whatever she gotta do, girl. But okay. But that's all I got for Love and Marriage Huntsville. I mean, it was cute or whatever. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, I'm JamiThatsMe. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Bye bye.